Ladies and gentlemen, live from tbriz Studios, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I love that virtual audience. Did you notice that sound in the digital audience where somebody in the crowd goes, woo?
Yeah.
Watch this, I'll play it again. That's a good audience.
That is.
Good audience.
Like, you got
right.
different types of audience claps.
Sure do.
And those are
Cheers
some of
and-
my favorite ones that
Like
have
woo?
loud whistlers, that have woos, wooers, the people that say, oh yeah, people that just make noise. I mean, you get the straight clap. Like if you go to see a symphony, I imagine
little
that the people that go to the audience to see an orchestra or a symphony kind of just clap, or they stand up and clap when you really did
Yeah.
good.
Bravo!
It's the body
Bravo!
language.
Bravo!
But I bet
I like a good bravo.
a bravo, is that, they still do that?
I was just gonna
Bravo?
ask that.
I've never been bravoed in my life, but I would like that.
God,
Hint, hint.
Hint. Maybe at the Mohegan show.
it's not the same. You know, I bet if you do a bit on bravos, people maybe at the end of the set.
You're right.
Or you could, at the end of the set, call back to it and say, I'm out. If anybody would like to leave me a bravo, feel free. Bye,
You're right.
everybody. And then people would be like,
Bravo!
Bravo!
that'll be
that.
your thing. The other comedians will hate you.
Yes.
That'll
That's
be
what I'm
your-
going for.
That'll be your shtick.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, who's performing? Fucking Bravo B's up next. Be like your nickname.
Oh, you know Bravo Brendan? Yeah, fuck that guy.
Man, we didn't even intro the show. We just started talking.
Yeah.
We did.
Well,
I was talking about the last episode too.
Yeah.
Well, that's
What a nice-
T-Briz. I'm Bravo Brendan, and that's
this is,
Hop Along Chick.
And we are the Adult Babies.
Yeah.
And we're,
Live in tbriz Studios.
yes, live from tbriz Studios. Chick, the biggest adult baby of them all. The last episode last week
We
was
going by
hilarious.
weight
Yeah.
or no?
Well, yeah, I guess by weight, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those Vegas stories from the last episode
Yeah.
really showed
They were
what an
great.
adult baby you are, man. They were
Yeah.
absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, I am a big baby.
It sure is.
But that was last week. This is this week. We got all new stories. We got a whole all new hot, fresh perspective.
Yeah, we got hot takes.
hot takes. B is up first. He was telling us a story before the show, and
Yeah.
I said, "Dude, we got to talk about this on the podcast."
Yeah.
So hit us up with it.
All right.
frame it up. For
I'll
us.
frame it up. Basically, it's
I'm
going
al-
good so far. I got a good laugh.
Bravo!
Thank you.
Bravo!
All right, so
There it is.
So I decided, you know, I'm a big Jet fan. I decided I saw this thing online that
G-Man.
the Jets' #1 draft pick Sam Darnold is going to be in Times Square signing autographs, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do that. It's a Saturday morning. I have nothing to do. Now I'm not a big autograph guy, as we talked about, but I decided, what if this guy's great?
For those who don't know, Sam Darnold is a quarterback.
He's a quarterback out of USC, who is the Jets.
The future,
the future.
next flop for the Jets.
Okay.
Chick is a Giants fan.
Yeah.
baby.
This is good. We got the Giants versus the Jets.
Yes.
I sense already some heat, some tension between
Yeah, but
the
I
two
don't
of
like the
these
way he's
guys.
talking about my quarterback there.
Yeah.
Okay? It's
Yeah.
it's unnecessary.
quarterback.
And eventually what's going to happen is the Giants passed on a future Hall of Famer. So sorry.
Saquon's gonna rush for 2,000 yards.
Anyway,
What's his name?
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley. Just
Beat
straight
from
out of
Penn
the.
State, baby.
I'll stick with
the
Sam.
straight out of the Key and Peele skit about
Yes.
college football names.
Right.
So I decide I'm gonna get tickets to this thing, and I'm gonna go. Why not? I'm gonna get autographed football. I'll hang it up if he's a big shot. I have that, and I want the experience. I want to shake his hand.
Where is it that you have to buy tickets?
Online. I also thought of one other thing creepy that I've been doing about Sam Darnold.
I meant like where is the place?
It's in
that
Times
you-
Square.
Oh, Times Square. He said that already.
Yeah.
Oh, you
If
asking?
you
Yeah,
did,
sorry.
I half paid.
I'm sorry. I just realized I've been doing something really creepy with this guy, Sam Darnold. He just turned 21. I've been sending him Instagram messages.
You're sliding in Sam
Uh-oh.
Darnold's instant
Wait,
messenger?
wait. Hold on a second. I got to stop this for a second. All right. We're back recording
All right,
again.
good.
Sorry,
Had
my
a little-
laptop was dying.
Had a little hiccup.
Let's go back
So-
to you sliding in his DM.
All right, so I slid into Sam Darnold's DMs. Okay. It's only 3 times,
Only 3 times.
but I'm a grown ass man, and this kid's.
This is some adult baby shit right here. This
right.
is some little kid fan.
yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
I'm sure you will, regardless.
No, I'm actually trying to ask, just real quick. You remember how that girl I slid into her DM?
Yeah.
I found out. I think I know why she never responded to me. She's pregnant.
Okay, good.
Well,
I thought that was funny.
Congratu-
Made me laugh. The
Congratulations to her.
yeah, that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, that has a lot. Well, my Sam isn't pregnant. So this goes back. The first message was sent via Instagram, September 1st, 2017, at 12:27 p.m. Okay. Now this is when he played college at USC, and I was getting all hyped up about
so this is before he was a Jet.
Yeah, September 1st, 2017. That's last year. That's last September. I said, "Hey Sam." Hey, Sam, looking forward to watching you tear it up this season. Hoping my Jets get a shot at you next year. Good luck. Nice message, right?
Yeah, it's already starting to play out like Stan from Eminem. Is the next message? What's his name? Stan also?
Sam.
Oh,
No.
Sam.
It's close enough.
And next message is like, "Hey Sam, you never wrote back. It's okay. You must be busy flinging those footballs."
So now,
The third one's like, "Sam, you piece of shit.
No,
you walked
no.
right by me after practice. I was at Hofstra waving you down, you motherfucker.
that's not.
I got my wife in the trunk." You know, just trying to.
I laid off all season because the Jets actually played better than I thought. So I thought the Jets had no chance at him because he was supposed to be a top pick.
Oh, so you only wanted to talk to him
So
because
I-
you're like, oh, this
yeah.
guy might be a future Jet.
So
let me catch him before he's big enough that
Yeah.
he's a
You say-
Jet. Maybe he'll write back.
When you say the Jets had a good season last year, how many wins did they finish with?
All right, they had a better season than they were projected to.
Okay.
All right.
Were you hoping he was going to write back?
Yes,
to that?
and I still am. This isn't done.
Maybe he'll
This
have
is
a
going to
show and write
continue.
back.
This is going to continue through his career, and I'm going to have an awesome piece of to document this. I have a plan here.
You're a fucking.
All right, so the next Instagram message went out April 28th, 2018 at 12:06 p.m.
You always do this at noon?
I guess so. And this one is after the Jets drafted him, and I said, "Welcome to the Jets, Sam. Couldn't be happier to have you as our quarterback."
That's nice. That's nice and friendly.
Yeah.
There's nothing stalkerish about
Nothing.
that.
No.
And nothing. None of these are.
And I mean, if you followed it up with like, Sam, are you there?
Sam, you there?
Sam, did you get my
Sam?
message? I said, "Welcome to the Jets." Hello.
Hello, are you there?
May
McFly?
May 27th, 2018 at 6:34 p.m. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, no.
You big stud.
No, you
Let me see this.
American flag emoji.
Show me your phone. Were you drunk? Is there alcohol involved
6:30
with
on
that third
Memorial
one?
Day weekend in Fire Island. It's possible.
Yeah.
You
It's,
big
you
stud.
big stud. He put the American flag on there.
He didn't reply.
Yeah. I
but
can tell by the third one, you're like, let me switch up my strategy. I've been talking about Jets,
let me try to be fun. Let me try to be fun.
Throw him an emoji, call him a stud. He'll write back.
So my plan now is, since this is
You were gonna
this is
show
going
him this?
on, I didn't even remember I sent out this initial message in 2017. So now the thing is, I'm gonna, every big thing that happens to him, I'm gonna send him a little message, and maybe one day he
Probably
writes
won't be
back.
Too many of those.
Keep it going. It's funny
I can't wait
because
for him to flop.
you think about back in the day when people wanted to contact a celebrity, a musician,
Mm-hmm.
an artist. It was all about the mail. And you'd write a letter,
Yes.
maybe put a baseball card in there.
Exactly.
Sometimes they would sign them and send them
That
back.
happened with me with Jerry Rice.
And you'd send them and you'd wait for years.
Yeah.
And you'd know. With Instagram, they
You can-
show you if they read your text.
Yeah.
Did he read? Is there
I
a
don't know. I
read?
don't know how to
Does
see
it
that.
say that he read it or not? If it doesn't say read, that means
it-
he didn't see it.
I wrote a
No, he
Because
didn't
then you
see
could
it.
write back and say, Sam, I know you saw this text. It says, it tells me that you read the text.
That's great.
And you never wrote back. No
I got-
longer a fan.
I got 2 fan mail stories. One was me. I wrote a.
Well, wait, is B, are you done? I
he
think
was looking.
No,
I was
no,
just killing
no. I'm
time
not.
while
I'm
he
not.
was looking.
I'm not done. But
Yeah.
I also sent other ones you could see there. We don't have to talk about that.
we'll get back to Chick. You have a fan mail story. We'll get back to you. I'm writing it down to remind you.
So, I decide to get tickets to this NFL experience in Times Square to meet the man who I've messaged a few times now, and the night before, the night before, I had a late night. Okay, I'm not gonna get into details, but
Well, what's a late night? How late and how many drinks? How drunk?
I wasn't too drunk. I definitely had a few drinks, but there was a lady involved. She left at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, all right.
I'm not gonna talk
That's
about
a late
it.
night.
Good for you. We'll just
I had
assume you did good.
Yeah.
We can make plenty of assumptions.
Yes.
That leaves a
Yeah.
lot to the imagination.
You leave it up to the
Yeah,
imagination.
I'm pretty sure about 75% of what I'm thinking is
Probably
correct.
accurate.
Maybe.
Picturing some boobies, some butts.
I was
Sex.
picturing a whole lot of awkwardness.
You know what? Chick, you're probably right. This is B we're talking about
Yeah,
here.
exactly. You remember
This
my
is just
other
a story to tell you guys that a lady liked me one night. So anyway, the next morning I have to leave at 7 in the morning. I have to leave at 7 in the morning to go to Times Square. I hate Times Square. I won't go. I don't like to
for a
go.
bust.
I don't like to go anywhere near Times Square. So I get there. I'm one of the first 20 people in line. Now I'm waiting in line in the beating sun in the morning to get inside to get an autograph and meet Sam Darnold. The people online are animals. Animals. I have never been around such low-class members of society in my life.
Except for when we're doing this podcast.
Yeah,
Or
that's
when
the
you go
only.
to a Jet
You're
game.
around me.
It reminded. It actually made me like a little embarrassed to be a Jet fan. There was a guy in front of me that was just talking to strangers. Why would you ever want to talk to somebody that you don't know at 8 o'clock in the morning
Well, I've
on a
talked to a
line?
stranger or two
I have
before.
too. Not on a line where we're all just waiting to get in. This guy's like, so what do you think about this? Do you think, man, I wonder if he's going to sign this. Do you think I'll do this? Just all this nonsense.
Sounds like a real asshole.
Chick, did you hear? This guy was trying to talk to people.
Trying to talk to people on a
No.
long line.
What a
No.
Yeah.
He was not. It was very
dude.
weird.
It's like, guy,
I don't understand it.
pull out your cell phone and stare at it like the rest of us. The fuck is wrong with you, man?
I would prefer that.
What, you got a Twitter
That is
feed
the-
to scroll through,
I
asshole?
thought you were going to say these guys were like catcalling chicks and
No,
just being like
it was 8 o'clock in the
disrespectful.
morning. They were catcalling sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
So this seems like a bunch of normal people, actually.
No, we're waiting on a line to do something. And they're just there's a certain type of person that is seeking to get an autograph.
Yeah.
And I'm not one
Someone.
of them.
Right.
And
Oh,
This is funny.
In this-
after you just fucking slide in his DMs, you're not the
Well-
type of person. You sitting. You
Well, that's
went on
because I like to
2
have
hours
fun.
sleep to a place you hate to meet this guy.
You know what's funny? If you talk to that guy who was talking to everybody on the line, and then he found out that you were DMing Sam this
Oh
whole
my
time,
God.
he'd be like, "I'm the fucking weirdo. You're the one sending him fucking DMs with American flags, call him a stud. Hey, everybody, bravo,
He probably would.
Brendan over here."
so then the line.
It's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah,
Also-
exactly.
Also, your perspective that day, because of the beginning of your
Small
story,
sleep.
no sleep, hungover,
You're
drunk
right.
as fuck, a train ride all the way to Times
You
Square.
don't
You already
wanna
hate
be
Times
there.
Square.
Yeah, it's-
It sounds like it's a perfect recipe for
B
you
being
being
miserable.
so negative and miserable. But I feel it. I can
It's
feel
a
it
recipe
because
for
I'm
hatred.
with you. I'm like, fuck this guy. Leave me alone, bro.
And it was other people on there too,
don't mind a
talking
conversation.
about their other autograph experiences. Man, I remember back in 2005 we met Piazza and he signed my bat.
Kill
Shut the fuck
time,
up!
B, that's it.
Oh, I hate it. So now we get, and then the other, I have my headphones. I have my headphones on the entire time, but I'm not listening to music. I'm listening to the conversation around me and just judging everybody.
Right.
But they think I'm listening to music, you know.
So there's a guy, picture this, there's a guy in line with headphones on, not listening to music, listening to everybody else's conversation. Basically, look at all these weirdos around me having conversations.
Yeah, that's
Everybody else is so fucking weird. Not me.
That's
I
right.
got my headphones on. I'm not listening to music. I'm listening to everybody else. But there you are, so fucking listen to this guy.
Yeah, you
This
got that
group of
right.
People's awful.
That's exactly what I did. And then the other thing was, the same guy, Mr. Happy Face, is that's talking to everybody. He doesn't have a ticket. So he keeps asking me, you think I'll get in? You think I'll get in? I don't know. I don't care. I hope you get run over by a taxi.
So you really hate this guy.
So what he keeps doing is says, would you mind holding my space? I'm like, yeah, no problem. And he would run up to the front of the line. You're like, is there still going to be tickets? And every time they'd be like, yeah, we're not sold out. And every time, like every 15 minutes, he'd run up there and then, would you hold my space? I'm like, yeah. So
He
finally,
sounds like an adult baby himself.
he was the worst. So then we finally get in, and now like I had to buy a $75 football. Of course, you know they wrangle you into that. So I do that, and I lost my credit card the night before too. So that was a whole nother
Jesus.
fiasco.
Why is the football $75? Is it a
Because
special?
it's a special
kind of
it's
commemorative
like, yeah,
thing
it's
or
one of the
collector's item?
it's a bullshit thing, but
Yeah.
$75.
That's a lot of money.
I got like the big size football too because it was either that or like these little tiny ones. I'm like, if I'm gonna be here, I want to have like a nice one to put up. So
Judging everybody else.
now they separate us.
Look at all these people getting their stupid fucking autographs. What do you mean? No, I want the big football for my autograph.
Yeah.
Everybody else is weirdos.
So now they separate us.
I'm not the type of person to get an autograph.
I'm not.
Seems like it.
Well, in this
Sam is a special
yeah,
case.
Sam the man. I'm gonna do that.
This guy hasn't even threw one football for the
Oh,
Jets yet.
shut your mouth.
High hopes.
High hopes.
You are a typical Jet fan.
Yeah,
You're already like just
I'm pumped.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask for his jersey for my birthday.
I
So-
hope. I'm just so happy the Giants passed up on him.
You add nothing to a conversation. You know that? You add nothing. You just keep.
I just wanted to let that sit. And
Pot stirred.
I like to stir the pot. So now we get in another line and we have to go upstairs. We have to get in an elevator, so they're separating us. And now we get upstairs. We get our football there, and I'm pretty close to Sam. I could see his hair. So now I'm
Little
set. So now I'm set with a different set of circumstances.
we might not want to promote this fucking episode.
I have a family in front of me. Okay, husband, wife, and the 2 kids. 2 kids are running all over the place. They're knocking into my legs, and I'm like, Jesus, control your kids. And then I look at the dad. I'm like, oh, that's why. The dad is now we're in like a line where the like when you go to a bank and there's like that like those lines that they have. What are they?
Teller lines? Like,
Well, I think you're talking about the roped off
The ropes.
sections they
Yeah,
have,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they kind of have that maze sectional
Yes,
where
so-
it zigzags sometimes.
That's exactly what it is.
Or
I
it
never
directs
understood
the
the zigzag.
traffic.
So
I think it's in order to compact
otherwise
more
you'd
people.
have one straight long line.
Right. Yeah. You ever play the
Physics.
game Snake on a
Yeah,
Nokia
this
phone?
is true. Those are
And
the
as the
best.
snake gets longer, you got to start wrapping it
yeah,
up and down and
exactly.
up and down and swiveling it and swerving it in order to fit the longer snake
Yeah.
into a smaller space.
That's
So It's
it.
a longer line into a smaller space.
So I'm in this line, and right away I want to hate these kids because they're out of control and
it's
they're.
no surprise.
But then I see the dad, and I'm like, oh, now I know where they get it from because we have ADD daddy over here hopping in and out of line. He's underneath the rope. He's underneath that rope. He's like, look at the memorabilia here. He's all over the place, and I'm like, that's why your kids are acting like animals.
He sounds like he's worse than the kids.
He was worse than the kids, and that's why the kids are terrible.
Jeez.
What a bunch of terrible people you were with.
So now I get up to meet Sam.
Look, he's got a smile on his face all of a sudden.
Blushing.
This
He's
whole story.
blushing.
I don't think I've ever seen B so worked up during this podcast before.
Yeah,
This-
you're right.
You,
Oh, Sam.
I could tell it was a very negative experience, but alas, the light at the end, of, the tunnel. Sam's hair, and now Sam.
So now what I notice, this is pretty cool, is as you're in line, there's a guy that works there that takes your phone, okay? And he's going to take a picture for you.
All right.
So I'm like, "Oh, awesome. This is perfect." So I go up, I get I go to Sam. The guy takes my my picture with Sam. There it is.
Yeah,
We'll
B's
put it up.
showing
We'll
to
put it
me.
up on the Instagram if
Let's
you guys
put it on
want.
the Instagram when we put the episode out. We'll put that on Instagram.
So, and I go up to Sam and I say, "Hey Sam, we've been waiting for you for a long time." And he goes, "All right, man, thanks." And then he signed my ball.
Did you say it that creepy?
Yeah. He signed my ball, and I shook his hand. I was like, I gotta touch the hand that throws the golden ball.
Did you say touch the hand too?
I didn't say
my
that.
Like, I gotta
God.
shake
he
the hand.
Said it. He
He
said
says,
it.
"I gotta caress the hand."
I
That's
didn't,
gonna caress.
but-
Sarah.
but,
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so that was done, and then apparently there was a whole other part of the tour, but they wrangled us out through like an elevator, and then I was back in the street, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go home now. So I get in my car. This is the second part of this. I get in my car, and I have to pee a little bit, but I'm like, whatever, I'll get home fast.
You didn't show him the text? I thought when you said he pulled the
No.
phone
I
out.
was just gonna say you should have showed him the
You
DM.
I
text
should've.
of why he didn't respond.
Show him the text like,
No.
hey, Sam, I've been, check your DMs, Sam. Check your DMs. Look, Brendan Ryan is fun. That's my Instagram. Go look me up.
By the way,
I'm a comedian. Come see me at a show.
what I wanted to do was actually, if I could do it over again, I would have given him my phone number in a joking way, be like, "Hey, bud, I know you're new to town. Here's my number. If you ever want somebody to show you around town, I'm the guy."
You know what's the best part about that joke? Is he probably wouldn't have known it was a joke.
I know.
we would have been cracking up about
That's
it.
why I
and you'd
thought-
have been totally
You
creeped
should
out.
have brought an adult baby's business card. Maybe get the gist
Yeah,
of it.
I should have given an adult
I
baby's
should've.
card. Yeah,
Damn.
get him on the watch of the show.
Well, you know what? I'll get him as a guest. Maybe I'll ask him my next message. Would you be a guest on the podcast? Watch that. That'll be the one in response to it. Be like, no, man. So
Hey, we'll take it.
so now I get
You're
to
right back. Stop DMing me.
yeah. Will you
All right,
stop
buddy,
DMing
this
me
is
if I go in
starting
your
to
dumb
get weird.
podcast?
You know, he probably doesn't even run his Instagram.
He
These guys
probably
have
doesn't. You're
other
right.
people running them.
You're right.
But who knows?
Who knows? So I now I get in the car and I have to pee a little bit. By the time I get to the LIE, I have to pee bad, real bad.
Yikes.
So
Situation.
Yeah.
I take a seltzer bottle out of the passenger seat.
What I want to know is what size seltzer bottle.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to know too. But I'm waiting
It's
for
a-
him to finish before we ask that question.
It's a 20-ounce seltzer bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, but doesn't matter.
You know what matters more than the size of the bottle?
It's the size of the.
The size of the opening
Yeah.
where you put your
No,
mouth.
no,
because
no,
they
no.
have those
That's what I
Gatorade
was-
bottles
I'll tell you what.
that's
with the
I'm saying.
wide
Gatorades-
mounts.
Exactly.
And you could at least you could fit the tip right on there, so
Yeah.
it kind of you can pee in it and it holds it in place.
I've pissed in a lot of bottles in my day. Sometimes at night, I'm too lazy. Not lazy. I just don't want to disrupt my sleep pattern, so I'll piss in a bottle next to my
Whoa,
bed.
In your room, you'll
Yeah.
piss in a bottle.
Done it many times.
That is sick. I wouldn't even do that.
That's
because-
some serial killer shit.
Yeah,
right there.
that's just
You get a
sick.
collection
I'd
of.
wake up in the morning and knock it over. Some
No.
shit.
No. I dispose of it the next day. My sleep pattern.
next day.
My sleep pattern can't be disturbed, and sometimes if I go to the bathroom, I'm up for the next 2 hours. So if I grab an empty seltzer bottle, just take a little pee in it, close it back up, and put it on my nightstand, I go right back to sleep.
That's fucking gross.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, I'm
can't.
sure people do it.
I'm
but
sorry.
that's
This is
gross.
what I do.
I'm not- hey, I
I'm
get
not.
it.
I'm. This is.
I don't have an issue where
I'm
I
not
get
without
up
flaws.
and pee and it keeps me up for 2 hours.
Yeah,
now,
neither
if
do
I did, would I be thinking that this is such a terrible solution, or would I say, you know what? What's my choice right now? Piss in this fucking seltzer bottle or be up for the next 2 hours? I'd be grabbing the seltzer bottle. You know what? I'd be taking a shit in that seltzer
Yeah.
bottle.
Well, no, that's a little too But
Stuff that seltzer bottle right in my ass. And
I
right
did.
into that fucking thing.
I did one night.
Little diarrhea.
I did top over the bottle. I
Exactly.
I
It's
peed a
definitely
little
happened.
too much. And
There's been, I would imagine this is a
Many-
risky situation, and
This
you
is
know this getting in.
definitely-
There's going to be accidents. I mean,
So-
did you ever? I'm thinking you might have accidentally drank it once.
no,
Liar.
I did come close.
You did.
I didn't, but I
You
came
did.
close.
You just don't want to say it.
I drank piss a couple
I
times.
I
I actually
It
have
touched
not
my
been...
lips.
Yeah, exactly. He did it, man. That's why that's just a
Hey.
bad decision. Wake up.
You're right. I don't do it
tired.
so much anymore,
You
but
know
I
what?
used to.
That's the game you play when you piss into a bottle and you
So-
leave it on your nightstand. You
So
wake up a little
these-
groggy, throw his old parts to dry, and you don't even think. You reach over, that's my piss.
Yeah,
Let me...
I'm not happy about some of the
Yeah,
shit
I
I've
want to
done.
hear the rest of this,
So-
because I want to know if you did this while you were driving.
Well, yeah,
or you
yeah.
pulled over.
I that's what I'm saying. I've never done this driving because I didn't think I had the skill, but what I did. So I always have those big polar seltzer bottles with me. I have them all. That's what I drink during the day. So I had one in the passenger seat. I emptied out the contents and I sort of shimmied my pants down.
Yeah, you gotta
like
take
as
it
I'm
down for that.
driving.
While you're driving.
Yeah.
I've done this before.
This sounds like you really gotta have a strategy because
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
you're
No,
not in
no.
traffic. You're driving at full speed.
Mixed traffic, a little here and there,
That's what
stop
I'm
and go.
Do you get all the
You
way
can't
into the
do that.
right lane?
Here's the thing. I don't want to
Can't
do
do
it
in the middle lane.
No, 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 no.
You'd be
No,
fucking
I would-
leaving left,
But
leaving
you
right.
can't do that flying. I don't care what anybody says. You
But-
got to be in traffic.
I don't know.
No,
Let's see.
no. I don't want to do it in traffic because then what if a truck driver looks over and sees me peeing in a bottle?
He's got to
Care
see
less, I
your
don't know.
little pee-pee.
Well, obviously we're
weenus.
different because I care about what people think, even if they're strangers. So I shimmy down while I'm driving. And now the hard thing is measuring up the top of the bottle to the area where the
To the
pee
dick
comes
hole.
out.
All you
Yeah.
gotta say
To
is
the
the tip
dick
of your
hole.
penis, bro. This isn't
The
adult.
penis hole.
We're
Yeah, well, it's got to be the hole.
Wait, guys. We're a family-friendly show. The wee hole.
Yeah. The wee hole.
The little pee hole.
You have to like sort of because the top of the pee hole, the penis doesn't fit inside the bottle, so you have to line it up.
That's
with
what she said.
you almost have to suction it off.
You cock
Right.
back.
And like make sure the hole is in the bottle so you get no
That's why I can't imagine you doing this in a fast.
Well, that-
traffic.
Yeah, talk about distracted
That's-
driving.
it's-
Like fucking people driving and trying to send texts. That's dangerous. You're trying to line up your pee hole
Right.
with the fucking drinking spout of your seltzer bottle.
right, but you'd be surprised. But it was
pulled over for that.
His whole cock was in the seltzer
Maybe-
bottle. He's not telling us.
It's the size of a Crayola crayon, and he just fucking slipped it right
Slipped
in.
it right in and pissed like it was nothing.
It was like a little red rocket. He put it right in.
well, maybe an amateur bottle pisser wouldn't have done it. But I've been pissing in bottles for a long time,
that's
so I
right.
knew where I was going.
That's true.
And
He's-
yeah, no, it was difficult, but I lined it up, and I'm going now. And now I'm like,
Once you go, it's nerve
yeah,
wracking.
because now I'm like, what if it, like, because the angle, like, I had to sort of angle it down.
Do. This is why I know
Otherwise,
exactly what he's
otherwise
talking
it's straight, and it's just gonna, it's not, it's gonna,
All
I'm gonna
it
get
takes is
blowback.
one move, and you're pissing all over your wheel.
Yeah, or myself. It comes
And
right.
yourself,
it-
yeah.
The bottle empties itself on myself. You know that could happen. That's the risk you take.
It is
But-
risky.
Luckily, I sort of went like this. I angled myself the right way, and I also put a little a jacket on top of me, and I peed right into that bottle like a pro.
Wow, I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed with myself.
You didn't get anything. You didn't spill it anywhere. You didn't
No
get it all over the
spillage.
place? No spillage.
No
Absolutely
spillage.
no spillage. What
Absolutely
do
no
you do, because
spillage.
guys have to wiggle. What do you do for the wiggle?
You just
I
let
didn't
it
wiggle.
sit extra
You-
long.
yeah,
I'm not asking you, Chick. I'm asking the guy who pissed in a bottle.
I've done
all right.
this.
Yeah, but we're to B.
Yeah.
I'm asking B.
We're talking about my wiggle.
We're talking
right
about
now.
his wiggle. Like, why would you answer that question? I'm looking at
I
B,
done it
asking
too.
B.
I pissed in a bottle
What
too.
do you do about the wiggle? Let me tell him. No, we're not talking to you right
Yeah,
now.
no, I
By the way, he's on an interruption streak.
Oh, I know.
When we listen to his episode back, he's just got 2 cents about everything
I do.
today.
I like the story. That's
It's
why.
always the second hour where
It's always this. Yeah, we do 2 episodes back to back. It's always the second one where he's
he
all
starts to
worked up.
Got
come
ADD.
out.
Nah, because you know what? In between the 2 episodes, he smoked that little weed pen.
Yeah.
and he's all fuck. Look at him. I can't even see his
Look
the
at him.
whites of his eyes.
Look
They're
at him.
shut because he's so stoned.
But yeah, no, I did do the you keep it in there 3 seconds and
I was right.
and you sort of just and then the thing is I'm driving. The main thing is I have to bottle it back up. You know, we have to bottle this juice up.
What's wrong with saying yep?
I don't know.
I don't know, it's
You have
just-
too many side comments. Just
Yeah,
shut
That's
up
a
and
big
let him
side
talk.
comment. Yep.
This is remember that. All right, so there was a couple weeks ago. There was an episode after we listened to it. I sent a text and I was like, "Chick, you need to shut the fuck
But
up."
then I listened to that episode. I don't really believe it as much. But
Because
it's
you
all
don't-
right.
you don't hear
said
things-
the same thing I did, so I don't
No,
want to hear it.
No, I said
Okay.
check.
Let's go back.
I said it wasn't so bad, but you have moments of interruption,
Yeah.
and you don't hear what other people are hearing. When you say, "Listen, we're not going
Like
to take
my
podcast
Vegas
beef."
stories.
Let me just give you an example. If B's talking and I keep going, "Yup,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Oh, me too."
What did
Yup,
we say
yeah.
about useless
Those are,
comments?
Those are non-contributing
If you're gonna,
comments to the story.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
useless
Yeah. No,
comments.
And you,
gotcha.
it's the second episode. You're right. I noticed this episode. there's a lot of
staring-
them
ADD.
He's staring me down.
Anyway, I pulled this off. I sidetracked.
Yeah.
this.
No, that's pretty much it. So, like, at the end of the main thing is you want to bottle it back up, right, Chick?
Well, I thought the idea,
That was a joke.
I thought the idea
I
was,
was
to
trying
go
to-
from one story and,
Hold on.
feed off each other, and I had some
The-
things to say
Well-
in regards to this, but I'll keep it all in.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Bravo.
B. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bravo.
That's pretty much it. Got it with no spillage, and I live to tell.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I got a friend who told me a story, and it's funny because you're talking about the LIE, the Long Island
Yep.
Expressway. Most of the people that listen to us live in Long Island, but I see that some people are not from New York, Long Island. that's what LIE is. And a friend of mine was driving down the LIE. He's telling me this story. And similar situation, he had to pee. Except his story ended a little differently.
Oh, no. He's not a pro.
Maybe I'll do this where I'll tell the ending of the story first. Is he told me that he pissed himself.
Okay.
He's hey, what happened? I pissed myself while I was driving the other day.
All right, so let me get this straight.
What?
You have a friend driving on the LIE.
Yeah.
The end of the story is he pissed his pants.
He pissed his pants.
How does he
driving?
How does this happen? I know how it happens, but
he's driving and he's got to pee. And I think most people would, our bodies tell us, like, when you get to a point, you got to pee, pull over and pee. This guy sets up in his head some kind of mental challenge, I guess. I can make it to where I'm going without peeing. So he drives. He gets off the exit. He's telling me the story. I get off the exit. I'm almost there, but I really got to go. I could feel it almost coming out. And I'm thinking, you got off the exit, dude. Get out of the fucking car and pee.
that's step one of the process.
What's wrong with you? And then it kicks in, and I ask him, what happened? Now Chick does not talking at all. Now he's sitting there. Now he's sitting there with a mic on his lap.
I'm sorry. You can't.
I can't fucking win.
Yeah, you can't.
So
even when he's quiet, I'm sorry.
Tell you.
I'm sorry. It's
I
just
thought we were
funny.
supposed to feed off each other, so I was gonna go into my peeing stories with that. So I'm waiting until he's done.
Sorry.
Yeah, but this looks like a protest. Podcast listeners can't
does.
see this.
If I
Chick
hold
had
the
just-
mic up, I breathe too much. If I don't fucking know. I'm just putting the mic so you don't hear me breathing. I'm gonna wait till I talk. I'll pick the mic up.
Okay.
This
Go
is-
on.
Oh no!
I wanna know what happened.
You know what? My story's been sidetracked. We got to talk about this now. Chick is sitting.
Nothing to talk about.
Oh yeah, there is.
No, you are-
Chick is sitting here with the mic in his lap now.
You told me before to put it down with someone because I was breathing in it. So I have it down because I breathe heavy. So when I want to talk, I'll pick it up and I'll talk.
Yeah, but you had your hands
Because
crossed.
he had a whole story. Instead of me jumping in, I'm waiting till him to finish. I can't win with you guys.
You had your hands crossed, and you had the mic on your lap.
That's how I said. I was listening. It wasn't like
That was a
I
protest.
wasn't listening.
I think he's in protest. I think
Yeah.
he's mad at us.
That was
I'm
that was
so
a
far
silent
from
Chick. Did we
protest.
hurt your feelings?
Not at all. I swear. I would tell you.
Are you
It's like when
feeling
Jackie Martling went black on the Howard Stern show when they just shut his light out. That's what he did. Fine, I'm not gonna talk.
I know. It's like there's a solution to this problem, and it's kind of just pay attention to when you're talking and when you're not, and mic control. But
That was it.
Chick's
I
solution
breathe heavy,
seemed.
so this, and then I wait.
This-
When I want to talk, I pick it up.
He's just interrupting again. So Chick's solution seemed like it was giving up. It was, you know what? Fuck this. Obviously I can't do anything right, so I'm just going to leave it on my lap and not do anything.
Can't do anything right with
Just
you guys.
leave it on my lap until I need to speak.
No, you hold it in a place that's appropriate until you need to speak. Then you bring it to your mouth. You see like
this.
what me and B are doing?
If I hold it like this, it's okay. But if I just take my hand off it, it's a problem.
It just looked like a silent protest,
was
and you
like
know
a
it
silent
was.
protest.
I think
You know it was.
I think it was silently scorning us.
guys-
Yes, I saw him staring at me. I could feel the heat coming
could
off of
feel
his
it.
eyes.
You guys are over. You guys are over.
No, we're
faking
not.
This.
Maybe
No,
an
no,
adult
you-
baby.
Promise you are.
I promise you, we're not.
All right, we'll let it go. We'll move
Yeah.
on to the next thing. We got to take. Is there a class? Is there a class where we can get chicks?
Yeah, there actually is.
Mic control class. How to
It's
hold
at-
a
it's at-
microphone, when to talk into
At
it.
QED in Astoria, they have podcasting classes. I'm not making this
Do
up.
they?
Yeah.
Oh, Chick, do you hear that? What do you think?
I'm not going.
Why not?
'Cause I'm fine. I'll
What do
get better.
Huh?
I'll get better.
I think you have been getting better, but sometimes you rail off an hour too.
I do have ADD.
Okay, well,
I do my best.
you seem like it's under control for the first hour. The second hour, it's
This
not.
is tough. It's a long time. That's what I'm saying. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
You're
But
doing
let's
good.
get back to the story.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to.
I would like
need
to hear
the end of
we
this.
need to hear the rest of this.
So basically,
He gets off and he's about to go. Right? That's what we're up to.
but he gets off and he thinks he can hold it in. He goes, and then I turn this corner and I go, up, here it comes. He says, I can see the house. I'm almost there, but up, here it comes. Like, oh, yeah, so I pissed myself. And I'm like, none of this story seems normal. Like, that's not if you have to pee, you just pull over and pee on a tree or a bush or something. And I go, wait, were you drunk? Well, yeah, I was drunk. Well, you tell me you're driving and you're driving to your girlfriend's house. I didn't
my
think you were drunk. You
God.
left that out. Like, you pissed yourself because you were drunk. Sounds more like the reason because you're a drunken idiot.
Because
you were.
I have so many questions to know what happened.
Your
after
body
this.
gives you those warning signs to let you know that,
Yeah,
hey,
it's-
this is coming.
mind-boggling how you could. Like you're in. It's not even like somebody's driving and they didn't pull over
Yeah.
for you.
He's in control.
You're in control of it. Why do you let yourself piss yourself?
It's one of those things. I feel like there are options in this person's brain, and some people have this thing where they can say, you know what? These are my only options. I'm either going to make it there or I'm going to fucking piss my pants. Like, the attitude of all or nothing. Like, fuck it. And if I don't make it, that's my own punishment. For I should have made it. And if I don't, then I'm just less of a man. And then I'm going to wear it all over my lap
Well, I'm going
for the rest of the night.
I wear my mistakes on my lap like a real man. Now, what does his girlfriend say when he arrives, covered in his own
get that
piss?
far into this or no?
She's probably just like, again?
Not again.
Not again. Oh, Jesus.
How long ago? Is this a long time ago? Like high school? Or are we talking like recently?
This is maybe within a decade. So, and
alright.
it was I was in my 20s, middle 20s. Wow. And that's it. That's my friend's
That's-
drinking piss story. Oh, not drinking piss, him pissing himself.
Drinking piss.
Sorry. Yeah, well, I had a
Piss is-
story because you were talking about drinking piss. I had
Yeah.
a piss drinking story too. I don't even know if it's funny or if it's gross.
Either way, it's interesting. I got to hear it.
When I used to play in the band, in the band days, we were playing a show at my brother's fraternity house.
Okay.
And his fraternity house was a three-story converted parking garage. And it was this wild party, dude. I mean, every tier had another party
Yeah.
going on. And they left the middle tier of the three tiers looking like a parking garage, and they spray painted it black. And there was black lights and neon spray paint on the walls
Jesus.
and all sorts of drinking apparatuses. I saw a beer bong that was the size of a tent, like every leg of a tent, like a gazebo. It was like a one big looking gazebo in the middle of the place, and it had all these tubes coming out of it. It was like for people to drink out of, like a beer bong style. I mean, crazy wild stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody's shit faced. We're playing this wild show, and our drummer had to pee, and he's behind the drums, and we had this bowl that we were dipping our cups into to get beer out of. Somebody kept filling up a bowl, and we were dipping our cups to get beer. And the bowl was empty. We drank all the beer, so he saw it and he pissed in the bowl. And actually, this isn't. I didn't drink this, but the singer
Yeah.
turned around and wanted to. So this party's crazy. He wants to get the crowd wild, like hyped up even more. So he dips his cup in the bowl, holds it up to the crowd, goes, "Yeah, everybody, come on, let's chug our drinks." And I see my drummer looks, and he's going, "No, no, no." But everybody in the crowd's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So, of course, he doesn't hear the no from the drummer. He just hears the yeah from the crowd, and he throws his thing back, and he's pouring it all over his, like picture Stone Cold Steve Austin, the way he used to kind of
Yeah.
He's just, he basically gave himself a golden shower
Oh,
in my
my
drummer's urine.
Jesus
We're all like,
Christ.
oh God, no! All right, well,
I thought you were gonna say you did the thing where he drinks it and spit it out in the crowd.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, he used to do that too.
Yeah, you remember
I forgot
that?
about that? Yeah, but that was one of my drinking piss stories. Surprisingly, we could probably do a whole episode about drinking piss. I got like
yeah.
20 stories about drinking piss.
In high school, my girlfriend was given piss to drink on accident. I don't know if it wasn't on accident. I wasn't there at some party, and she drank a whole thing of piss.
Really?
Yeah, we
I
broke
don't.
up shortly
That's
after
crazy that you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, that was the hardest part of the story to believe. Wait. You had a girlfriend?
She drank piss and she's like, "Wow, it could be better. Things could be better."
They're like, oh, you know what? She liked to drink piss, and she was dating Chic. Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
perfect match.
Take home the mom. right
Oddly
there.
appropriate. So that was my drinking piss story. Chick, you had something that you wanted to talk about, your fan mail story. But back when B was talking about his fan mail, you said you had something about.
Oh, the
yeah,
fan mail,
yeah.
the fan mail. Yes, I wrote Jerry Rice a heartfelt letter. He was my favorite football player growing up, and he actually responded a few months later. We actually had to do it as a class thing, and write to somebody, and he responded with a picture, a signed autograph, and it was obviously like a San Francisco 49ers like clerk or somebody typed up a letter to go with it, which was pretty cool. So that was nice. And my brother wrote to Rudy Rudiger from Notre Dame, and he actually sent them a whole bunch of shit.
Like that movie is based on a true story?
Yeah.
They did the tackle at the end, almost exactly how it happened. You could watch it on YouTube. You could find the video.
Can you believe I never saw
What
that
did
movie?
Rudy send him? Really?
Rudy sent him like a whole it was actually a nice because my brother wrote him like a real long like essay, and he's not as famous as say like a Jerry Rice. So
Right.
I
I think I'd rather have Sean Astin's autograph. But anyway,
he
go
wrote
on.
back like because he's like a mentor, like a probably what do you call that? Positively give a speech. They talk.
Motivational speaker.
They talk.
But he come that when you talk good. I don't know, the opposite of what you're doing right now, basically.
He was a motivational speaker, and he wrote my brother like a heartfelt letter back, and I think it was also a signed
A
picture.
lot of heartfelt letters.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get a heartfelt letter. I just got a very basic, but it was a signed autograph.
That's cool.
Which was awesome.
Do you remember what your heartfelt letter said?
No, I do not. I really don't. I still have the picture though, signed picture.
That's cool.
And I have the whole like the envelope and everything it came in.
Jerry Rice, I think, was good with that because I have another friend who is a huge Jerry Rice fan, and similar story. I don't remember the circumstances, but I remember being there one time, and he got
it was great.
the letter
Awesome.
back. So that's pretty cool. Good on
I was
good
pumped
on
when I got it.
good on Jerry.
Good on Jerry.
Yeah, that's cool. Chick, you were also telling me another story before the show related to this celebrity jersey sporty thing about.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so when I had a run-in with 3 different celebrities when I went to the Super Bowl when the Denver Broncos played the Falcons in '98.
And where was the Super Bowl?
It was in Miami.
Okay, so you had to fly down there?
Yeah, me and my father flew down there. My dad's old job, he had a lot of good perks, so we used to go to a lot of sporting events. And so we went to the Super Bowl, and he had tickets to all of the... There's so much shit that goes on around there for like a couple days before.
Yeah, it's a huge party.
Yeah, so we were going to like a lot of like the NFL experience, and you see all these NFL players all around you. And like, you don't always want to go talk to them. So one guy we decided to go and try and get his autograph was Bruce Smith, D lineman for the Buffalo Bills. And I went up to him, and he actually didn't he turned around and looked at me, and all these suits came out, like his guards or whatever. And they're like, no, he's not signing any autographs. He's got to leave right now. And they like pushed me away out of the way. And he got in this truck. The truck drove away, and then actually turned back around. He pulled up to me, rolled down his window, and he said, "Hey, come over here."
Hey, kid.
Yeah, basically, "Hey, kid, come over here." And he gave me his autograph, shook my hand, and left. I was Bruce Smith. Whole new respect for him. He didn't have to do that.
That's a
Wow.
cool story. Big
I always
hands,
love
I'm sure,
hearing
right? Did he have
stories
big
like that.
hands?
huge. He was tremendous. You're talking about a D lineman too. This guy
Yeah.
was tremendous, and he pulled on, rolled down his window, and was like, "Yeah, I'll sign an autograph." And then on the way home from that in the airport, I was wearing a Falcons jersey. They just got the shit kicked out of him by the Broncos. And Redman was walking with his entourage.
The
And
rapper?
The rapper Redman.
I love Redman. He's one of my favorite
Exactly.
rappers.
He was one of my favorites too. I loved him, and I'm seeing him, and I'm watching him walk with his entourage, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I was a little younger at this time, not as much of a big mouth. I probably would have said something if I seen him now. But,
How old were you?
I was 98, so I was 14.
Okay.
And
you knew who Redman was at 14.
I was a fan. I listened. I knew exactly who he was as soon as I saw him. And I was just like staring at him as he was walking past me. And he was wearing a Broncos jersey. I'm wearing a Falcons jersey. And he just looked at me and he goes, "Man, you need to take that jersey off." And I was just like, uh-huh.
He was a little starstruck.
I was starstruck. I honestly was. And I didn't say a word. And then he just walked away. And that was it. And then I was like, oh, my God, Redman told me to take my jersey off. That's fucking awesome.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do? You should slide into their Instagram DMs,
Who's?
Bruce Smith's
Oh, all right.
and Redman, and be like, I just want to let you know you guys made an impact on a young kid. And now I'm a big podcast
And now
star.
I'm a big
You want to be on the
podcast.
cast? That's really cool, man.
No, yeah, the Bruce Smith thing was awesome. Redman made fun of me, but hey, I took it in charge. Took it in stride.
You took it in charge?
Took it in charge.
How do you take something in charge?
I don't know. I have no idea what I was saying.
I got a story about my brother getting an autograph.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, not getting an autograph. My brother, who we had on the show back a few episodes ago, we'll probably have him back again at some point.
Yeah.
he was
We gotta
hilarious.
Bring him back.
Yeah, special guest Ian B.
All-time
Ian
favorite.
B.
Ian B. Look for that episode.
I breezy.
I breeze.
He used to work at the golf course, Bethpage State Park, and he was I don't even know what it's called, where you drive the carts back.
Was it
or
was
some
it
sort of
during
cart driving, cleaning up the carts?
was it during the U.S. Open?
No, he worked there.
Oh,
if
he
I
worked
remember
there
correctly.
before
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he worked there, if I remember correctly.
He was a full-time employee
Okay.
there, but sometimes they clean off people's clubs to get extra tips. So he's cleaning clubs, and he realized that Rick Moranis was walking his way, and he sees him and he looks and he goes, "Oh!" And they kind of catch eyes, and he just says, "Oh, you're Rick Moranis," and Rick says, "Yeah, I am Rick Moranis. You want an autograph?" And Ian says, "No."
Killed his fucking
that's
shit
so
right
great.
there.
You wonder if it humbled him a little bit, or if he was just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, maybe he didn't care." Rick Moranis seems like a low-profile guy.
I
Well,
feel
yeah,
like, yeah.
he kind of like got out of show business and just wanted to be a normal guy. Like from what I've heard, is like you haven't seen him in.
No.
Like he's just totally
I
fell off
was
the face of the
just
earth.
watching the Ghostbusters. That's why that story makes
Right.
me laugh too. I love that when he wants to be the Ghostbuster in the second one.
Yeah.
I think the story is his wife might have passed away. That might not be right.
What, taking care of his kids and stuff. He had
But
to do that.
I think he kind of went through something like that and sort of disappeared and kind of wanted to just live a normal life and sort of he's like one of the few guys that was able to do that.
I was gonna say, I bet you there's a bunch of celebs. Well, not a bunch, but I feel like some of them. If you don't want to be famous and you just wanted to do that, you could probably get away with doing a couple big movies, maybe
Yeah.
make some buck, and then go back into normal life and be.
If you're good with your money,
Yeah.
like that would be
I
a
wouldn't be
perfect.
able to do that.
No, you wouldn't be able to do that. But like if somebody had a decent career, say like a 10-year career, and they get to like their 40s or
Well, that
something.
was like him. He had a couple different. He was
Yeah.
in both Ghostbusters. I think he was in the Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
And I don't think Rick Moranis was a big spender. I don't think he was
No.
going buying jewelry
Can you
and shit.
imagine he was like this
Yeah.
Dio like piece of shit?
Like he wasn't like having his own MTV Cribs
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
back in the day. He was showing off his Ferraris and
Rick
cribs and
Moranis.
his infinity pool in the backyard. Look at that infinity pool, man. Ghostbusters got me that shit, kid. Who you gonna call, kid?
Yeah.
Parent Trap. What?
Probably drives a Chrysler Sebring. Like he's a normal guy.
Oh, he drives a Prius.
A Prius, yeah, he probably does. But he's able to live
Yeah.
the rest of his life just
Hybrid.
like a great life somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Not work, retired at a young age. That's the way to do it.
That is the way to do
Oh,
it.
I'd love that.
But I
How
think
many
people
celebrities you think hate being celebrities?
I'd say a lot.
Like it wasn't what they thought it would be.
It's hard to. This is a completely speculative question
Yeah.
that is based on absolutely nothing that's
Yeah,
tangible.
that's true.
Yeah.
Which is hard to answer. I don't know. I don't. I'm sure some do. Some probably
love it.
don't like it.
But-
A lot of them love it, and even the ones that don't like it
I was gonna
probably
say
love
probably,
it.
yeah.
It's just a matter of what side of the bed you woke up on that day. I
it's
fucking
so
hate
true.
being a celebrity. And then the next day, it's like,
They're
well,
all over the fucking social media.
There's got to be like days where they just want to go and
be anonymous.
be anonymous. Just
everybody
do
has those days though when they just don't want to be living their own life one
Right,
way or
but-
another anyway, right? I mean, that's pretty much every day for Chic, but
Wow, that was the first punchline
well-
he couldn't beat you to.
he didn't see that one coming.
didn't see that
It
one
was like
coming.
this. Oh!
Gut punch.
But by the way, I just looked up Rick Moranis' IMDb while we were talking,
Yeah.
just to get a sense of what he's been doing. And as an actor, at least, I see a lot of children's cartoons. Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves in '97.
Yeah.
and then
We
cartoon.
Shrunk Ourselves.
What
Is he just voiceovers or does he write them?
Voice.
That's the way to do it.
Voiceovers. Maybe he's doing
probably
directing.
perfect.
You know what? I gotta say this IMDb sucks on the
I hate
webs on the
IMDb. On the phone?
on the mobile version
Yep.
because I looked at all filmography and they have actor, writer, soundtrack, producer, director, self, archive footage, and thanks. All in separate categories. There's no option for all. I want to see all of this stuff all at once to see if maybe he's been writing, producing, or directing. but this stupid little
I'm sure he's doing something, but I don't think it's nowhere near what it was.
not acting. He was on the Goldbergs. You ever hear of the Goldbergs?
He probably that's that
a
show
TV
with,
series from 2013.
Yeah,
That's
you know
the
what?
dude
That's
from-
his last acting credit.
That's what's his face?
There's a whole story about it, and yeah, it's
Yeah. I saw, now that I'm looking at it, I sort
there's
of
like a
remember
lot
this.
of there's a lot of stuff about him just sort of disappearing, and
Jeff Garland.
Jeff Garland.
Yeah.
I love Jeff Garland.
and it
funny.
was actually
He came up as the dude from The Lion King, right?
Jeff Garland.
Wasn't he the voice for one of the? Oh, no, am I thinking of somebody else?
I think you're thinking of
I don't know.
somebody else.
B, what were we gonna say?
No, just about Rick Moranis. I think there's a few stories out there about him just disappearing, and that's just sort of the way he wanted to live. So
Good for him, because you know, if you really don't want to be a celebrity and you don't want to be in the public face, I don't think you have to. I
No.
think you find a nice
Get
little
out.
college, you go move to fucking like Canada or some shit, Greenland.
yeah, find a
Get
place
off
that
the
you
map,
love.
find a place, get some,
Hey, if you got the
nice
money, fuck
big
it.
land,
Yep.
and set up a fortress so to keep the paparazzis out.
Oh, if I had money, I would go on
You
an
know,
island somewhere.
This
Just
is me
an
being
island.
an armchair fucking quarterback for
Yeah.
that situation, though.
No.
Oh, it's so easy. This is all you
Right.
do. Like, I know. Like,
And then you
oh,
get bored. But who knows? Who knows? Everybody lives a different life.
Hey,
I
when
guess.
this podcast blows up, we'll all find out, figure it out ourselves.
Well, me and Taylor, me and tbriz will, because by that time you'll be long gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you live. I don't know if you'll live that long.
we'll see.
Yeah, how long is this
Maybe
going?
me dying will help the podcast.
We'll have to have a in memoriam episode.
be
If I
hilarious.
ever die, guys, you better keep it going, and you better do an in memoriam episode for me.
We'll
Yeah.
do it for you.
Well,
We'll do it for you.
at your
But then we're gonna stop
funeral-
after Game of Thrones.
At your funeral, we'll projector screen the highlights, the chick highlights,
Yeah.
behind your casket.
That's why I'm doing this show, so I can have some voiceovers, so people who can remember me.
And
by
it'll be really
videos.
crazy when he interrupts his own funeral. It just shows up.
Bravo.
You'll find a way.
Bravo.
Oh,
Bravo.
bravo!
Yeah.
Should use that as a stage name.
Bravo, Brendan.
So, that all stemmed from Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
And my brother is that type of guy. From what I've known him to be, is not one of these people who's very excited about meeting celebrities or
Yeah.
getting the autographs from celebrities or being starstruck. I know there's a lot of people that are like that in that way. Some people have that one person that they DM on the side and then show up to get that one person's autograph, but in general, they aren't like that.
I'm not like that at all. Only in this particular case.
I actually, to this day, am shocked that I never said anything to Redman. Even back, I'm not the starstruck type of person, but I guess I was young then. But
Well, if you could go back, what would you have said? I'm Redman. What are you gonna say? Hey, take off that jersey, kid. I'll be that.
I probably would have actually been like, "Yo, let's go smoke a joint."
Yeah. I'm 14.
Would you want to?
I'm sure.
Would you want to come back with a back quip? Would you want to
I
like
would
be
rather
like,
have something witty
go
to say
fuck
back.
yourself?
Yeah, no.
you know,
not
like go
straight-
fuck yourself, Redman? Just
No,
kidding.
yeah,
Go
no,
back to
Blaze?
Dirty
I
Jersey.
would have got beat up by his entourage when I said
Yeah.
that, but I would have liked to go back with something witty.
Or would you like to have just been like, oh shit, Redman,
Yeah.
dude, fucking
Shake his
get a
hand,
picture.
Get a picture,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, back then, it's different now too. We have cell phones that have cameras on them, so if you see a celebrity in the street, back when. The only way to really say, hey, I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger in the street and I ran up to him and I got his autograph. Here, proof that I met him. Now you see somebody in the street, you put your phone out.
picture, yeah.
You don't even need them to do anything. You can just walk next to them and take
Name
a
game
selfie
them so
with
they
them.
turn around
Yeah.
and take a picture.
Yeah, just walk when they're like 20 feet behind you. You hold up your cell phone up above your head just enough
Oh my
to
God.
get your nose and your eyes at the top of your forehead in with them walking. And like, hey, look who I saw in the street, Jerry Seinfeld. I got a picture, a selfie with him.
Nice.
I have hundreds of those from like when I used to hang out at the Comedy Cellar. Like if Chris Rock came in,
Heck,
or
I never got any
Louis
of those.
C.K. I just so many where because they would sit like right behind me.
The big
So
names
I
going.
do, yeah, oh yeah, every night, a lot of drop-ins. Did I ever tell you my Aziz Ansari story?
No, I want to hear
God.
this though.
This is
that was almost an
embarrassing.
Aziz Ansari. No, no.
Tell me the story.
Tell me the story. It's
gonna be
good.
So
I don't know if I heard this one.
I might have told you. I don't know, but this is
Tommy's closet.
I think
Sorry.
Tommy's Closet. Treat yourself.
I love
This
that.
is last summer. I don't know. It was after It was after the second season of his show came out, and he goes to the Comedy Cellar a lot.
Master of None is the show.
Master of None,
about, right?
yeah.
I never watched that. Was that good?
Yeah, it was good. It had a couple of
I love
good
Aziz
episodes.
Ansari.
It's funny.
So I had met him once before, right after I did like stand up early on, and I went up to him and I was like, I was with another friend, a comedian, Amanda Griffin, and we saw him and we're like, hey, we just did stand up, we just started, and he was really nice. He was like, yeah, you just got to keep going, don't quit. You know, I was pretty shitty at once. So
So he just assumed you were shitty.
no, I told him, I was like, yeah, we're new. We're like, we don't know what we're doing. And he basically was like, that's what it is for the first few years. So now last summer, I think it was, or it might have been like this past winter. It doesn't matter. He's at the Cellar and I'm there and I see him walk in and I had just finished season 2 of Master of None. And there were 2 like episodes that I thought were really cool. Just the way he did it. So he came up. I was like, I'm not going to go up to him, but if he comes next to me at the bar, I'm going to be like, hey, man, I like what you're doing with that show. So, of course, he saddles up right next to me. He orders a drink. And I'm like, hey, Aziz, I just got to tell you, man, the show, I'm loving the show. And then I pointed out 2 episodes. I think one was like Thanksgiving Day and another one was like a New York Story. And I was like, a New York Story and Thanksgiving, you really knocked it out of the park. And he goes, thanks, man. And then like he goes to pound me and I go to like shake and we mess up. That's the first part.
That is the classic.
Wait, because I love getting into detail about these minute nuances because there are many ways to mess that up.
Yeah.
Now there is somebody goes to pound and the other person has the handshake out.
Yep.
Now there's the one where you both mess up and the person with the open hand just kind of grabs the closed hand anyway and you kind of shake the fist. Both of you just don't go. Nobody tries to switch it up and they both say, okay, I'm going to grab your fist and shake your fist then. Nobody's Nobody's calling an audible here. We figure that out. We're just going to do a shake like this. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that's
fun.
good.
There's the other one where both sides try to switch it up.
That's my
In
favorite.
midair.
So you're
both calling
pounding
audible?
and I'm open. So then I go to pound and then you open.
Yeah.
And then you go to pound. It's the equivalent of when you're walking in the same line at somebody face to face.
Yep.
But then you wind up doing that little dance where you go to the left and you go to the right and you're face to face dancing and it's like somebody's just got to fucking stop and say, go around me.
Oh, God.
But
Yeah,
so what kind of a weird handshake
I
was
sort
it?
of went in and I was like, he was next to me right here and I sort of went in like this and I would describe it as like a karate chop to his fist.
You did a you karate chopped his pound fist.
Thank God for asking that question.
Yeah.
and then
You should have made a little noise when he did it.
so
Thanks, Aziz.
so then
He just got chopped.
so then I was like, oh man, I really screwed that one up. And he goes, let's try it one more time. So then we just fist bumped the right way. And then he went down to do his set and left his drink there. It was probably like an $18 something, liqueur. And I was
scare
like,
him
oh,
away. That he was like, "Fucking
No,
it's worth $18 not to go back." And get
No,
my
he
drink.
Didn't
came.
drink his drink?
He came back up and had his drink, but
gotcha.
like I doubt he drank it because I was just sitting there looking at his drink the whole time. I'm like, I
drink
wouldn't
it or
trust that
not?
drink with me. So yeah, that was it. And I've seen him like a few times, like out there, but
Would he recognize you think?
no. I got recognized by Jim Norton once a week
Get outta
after he
here,
met me.
really?
I think he was trying to hit on like my friend, like a chick I was with.
Okay, whatever.
And I saw him like, it was like a week after. So we actually were he was totally hitting on my friend. It was me and these 2 chicks, and
Should have banged him.
he hung out with them. He hung out with us we were talking to him for like 35 minutes about I don't know what, but it was cool because it was just Jim Norton, me, and these 2 chicks like at a bar talking. And I realized later he was definitely trying to hit on that girl, but that's all right. I left like I left before the conversation ended. I was like, I got a few good words in with him. No, she didn't. They exchanged emails, but nothing ever happened.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Jim Norton isn't. The girls aren't, dropping their
Yeah.
needs to get with this guy.
This is a pretty girl.
He's
She
funny.
she wasn't a comedy fan. She didn't really know who he was. So
right.
He's just a creepy bald guy.
yeah. So I got out. I felt like I had a couple of good things to say. Like I didn't make a complete ass out of myself. So I was like, I'm gonna leave on a high note, and so I left. And then back then I was carrying a backpack with me because I think I was doing like improv classes, so I had like books and shit with me. I had like shit with me. And I walked down the block and I realized that I left my bag with Jim Norton. So I had to go back and Jim is there with the two chicks still. And I had to be like, excuse me, I left my bag here. And they barely even looked up at me. They're like, oh, okay, all right, we'll see you later. But then I happened to see him again the next week because I used to hang out there all the time. It was just my spot. And he went walking past and he looked up. He's like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? And just like shook my hand and then got out of there. And then I saw him again, but he never recognized me after that.
Yeah.
There was only like a 2-week thing. But yeah.
So he was really good at recognizing you when you were with chicks.
Yeah. But he saw me alone the next time and recognized me. He's like, that's the guy that he probably, who knows? Who knows what he thought? But yeah.
Did you get his autograph?
No. I've seen people get, like I saw somebody get Colin Quinn's autograph at the cellar. He brought like the big SNL Live from SNL book.
Chick, stop breathing into the
how do you
goddamn
not
mic.
notice?
It's been like I keep looking at you to like be like, hey, get it away. Yeah, this is what it sounds like. No, don't put the mic down. Practice. This is your chance. You know how you say you want to get better?
Yeah.
Giving up and putting the mic on your lap is not getting better. That's giving up. You have to just pull it away
So
from your
much
face.
easier to give up.
Just it's because he's stoned.
yeah.
It's because he's stoned. You know what?
I'm stoned before the first
We're gonna-
episode I smoked
we're gonna
more.
Yeah,
break
but then he
that
smoked
thing.
a lot in the middle. You know how I know this is? Sorry to cut, just totally sidetrack the story. I used to play online video games, and I get stoned before I did it.
Yeah.
And my friends would always fucking yell at me playing online video games because they'd be like, "Who the fuck is breathing like that?" And it would be me because I'd be so stoned, and I wouldn't realize I would be like. So this one guy, I'm sitting there and I'm going, and the guy who I'm playing with goes, "Take the shot." Take the shot. Because like I'm breathing real heavy, slow, like I'm sniping or something.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He goes, "Just take the shot already, tbriz. Take the shot."
Anyways,
that's my anecdote.
I was working in an office, and I shared an office with another guy, and I would do that heavy breathing all the time. Like if I was like working on something, so like my desk was here, his was like right behind me. We shared this little small office, and if I was like really focusing, I do the same thing, and I'm like, and every time I did it, he'd like start flinging pen caps at my head. I'm like, sorry. And it was just like a thing. You don't. So I get that. Sometimes you don't realize when you're breathing heavy like that.
If I
But
was conscious of it, I wouldn't do it.
Right. You know, when you're doing things like sitting around watching TV or playing a video game, it's one thing. But when you're recording a podcast and you have a fucking microphone 1 centimeter away from your face,
the microphone.
it's kind of something you want to pay attention to. I'd say that's when it actually counts.
It's more that I don't hear myself breathing either.
But
It's
you're
not even
also-
like I hear it.
You also rest the microphone on your face, like it's like this.
Right. You just have to get used to putting it in a place
Why
that is...
why does it have to rest on your face?
Right.
I don't know. It's just
So-
I feel like fucking what's his name with his hands? He doesn't know what to do with his hands.
Let's help you out
Fucking,
here.
Talladega Nights.
Let's help you
There
out.
it is. It's perfect right there.
All right.
You
Like
got to
this.
point it at your mouth too.
Keep it right
We
here.
really got to teach him like
Yeah.
off the show how to do this. But let's real quick up against your mouth while you're not talking. Bad.
Doesn't work.
On
Yeah.
your lap, not holding it, also bad because you're not interacting. Somewhere over
I
here.
can't interact
Like
because
this?
I'm a talk right on the moment
Look at this.
interactor.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I know.
See that? You got to
Yes.
get used to that. We're gonna get
Yeah.
you to practice that. I'm doing microphone exercises. The podcast can't tell. I'm pulling it away. I'm putting it back. I'm putting it away. Put it back. When I'm not talking, it's away. When I'm talking, it's back. Back. Back.
By the way, I'm noticing that thing hasn't healed on your arm.
No, it healed, but because it got. Oh,
You been
this thing
picking
you're
it?
talking about? Oh
Yeah.
no, it's gotten much smaller. I'm going to the doctor next week though. So
Yeah, we
Okay.
did it. How many episodes ago was that?
That was
where
a
we
while.
talked about
Yeah,
that? We did a.
That was a while ago. And that's why. Can I see it?
It's been weeks.
You were so willing to show it last time. Oh, it
'Cause
has
it's
gotten
small,
smaller.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's significantly
it looks.
smaller.
You know what? From this angle, it looks darker because your arm was
in the shadow. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, Chick's got a tattoo on his arm, and he had some kind of thing, gross infection that we talked about a few episodes back, and it's still there.
Yeah.
You're gonna die, bro.
Significantly smaller. As long as I make it to 2019 end of the summer.
You got to make it to the end of Game of Thrones before you
Yeah.
die.
So I said 2019. It's coming out.
2019.
I heard they're doing a prequel for that show, though. He signed on to do the prequel
What
now.
they did is they wrote.
Do you want to stay alive for that? Didn't the R.R.
No, what happened
George
was they
R.R.
R.L. Stein?
R.R. Norton.
Martin.
Norton.
They wrote 4.
Jim
they
Martin.
did. I forget the number of them. It was 3 to 5 prequel stories, but they're not prequels with like the same characters. They're like years and years before that happened in Westeros, because there's been a lot of other books that have been written about it. So they are they wrote out like 4 pilot episodes, and apparently they were going to pick one. I don't know if they chose it yet, but I know they're definitely doing one. They just don't know which one
If
yet.
they do, you might have to extend your timeline for your expectations for living.
Yeah.
We talked about in the last episode, didn't we?
It was the last
He
episode.
said he wants to at least live until Game of Thrones is over, but if there's a prequel, you got to go a little bit longer than that.
No,
Yeah.
so after the Game of Thrones, though, then it's 2026.
And then you pick a new goal.
2026. So
Then
you
it's
gotta
the World
get
Cup.
healthy, man.
Oh, then it's the World Cup.
What are you gonna do to
Yeah,
live
you
that
could-
long? What
you
do
could do
change your
that.
lifestyle? Get healthy.
Yeah.
Do some exercise.
Maybe instead of
By the
find
way-
chick, we'll find chick a fucking health.
How about find chick a gym? Actually, on your drive home from tbriz Studios, there's probably 4 gyms you
Yeah,
can
there
just
definitely
walk
is.
into. You know, you get them do one of those free things. Walk in, tell them you're on a podcast. Yeah, I'll promote your show on a podcast. Also, tell them you'd be willing to do one of those before and after things to promote their gym on the podcast.
True.
Say like a 4-week boot camp, and get them to sign up, and then 2 days later they never see you again.
Never see your face again.
You're gone. You take a Xanax and you fall asleep. You never should go to the gym.
Find the nearest balcony and sleep for 3 days.
Just like that Vegas trip. Do we have any other stories to tell? Because we are good to end the episode.
Yeah,
if
I'm
we
right.
got,
We're
if we
good.
got
I think we're
anything
Good
else.
this week.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a couple of anecdotes here, but I could just save them to the next episode.
I'd say save him. That was
we'll save 'em.
that was fun.
I just want to. The only last thing I want to congratulate my mother on her retirement.
Yes.
Yeah, we just had a retirement party for her.
Oh,
so I did
Congratulations.
to my
Mama
mother,
Chick.
Congratulations, 24 years in school district. She,
Well deserved.
killed
Well
it.
deserved. That's great.
They did a great.
What did your mom do?
She was a teacher aide in a elementary school, but she worked,
And that's at home. Go on.
but she worked in inclusion classes, so she worked with autistic kids.
She's a teacher aide at school, and then she's a babysitter at home.
Yeah, that's
She gets to watch Chick.
Yep. She has to watch me. But
So-
she's one hell of a woman, had a great retirement party. Her school really did right by her at the end there. And, yeah, congratulations.
That's
And
awesome.
it was
Good for
awesome.
her.
That's cool.
So now my parents are retired, and they're going to be out of the be in Florida.
That's
a
nice.
lot
I
now.
like that life.
So I got a lot more free time out at home, though.
Love it. Love it.
More free time at home.
I will be.
I'll be away a lot.
I don't know. I feel like I want to make a joke. I just can't. I'm speechless because it's such a nice story about your mom. I can't I can't start making
Yeah.
new
Yeah,
jokes
don't say
anymore.
anything bad.
No, let's go out on a high note. Let's have some positivity.
A little
What's some
positivity.
positive we could say at the
Yeah.
end of this episode?
Happy. Wait, this is coming out a week. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
Father's
I
Day
was gonna
until
say
next week.
Father's Day,
We
everybody.
can say, I hope everybody had a nice
No, this
Father's
is-
Day
Everybody had a
last
great
week.
Father's Day, guys.
Also, if I could do one shameless plug.
Yes, please do.
I don't know if anybody will want to go or cares, but July 27th, I'm going to be at the American Hotel in Freehold, New Jersey. I'm going to be slinging jokes for a cystic fibrosis benefit.
Boomer
So,
Esiason going to be there? Is he hosting it?
we don't know yet.
I bet you he'll be there. Honestly, he's like huge in that.
Yeah, I know.
cystic
So I don't know if
fibrosis.
anybody wants to go. It's like 30 or 50 or a lot. It's a lot. It's
all right.
it's
I
money
didn't
for a good
realize
cause,
that.
and you get to see me tell some really cool jokes.
Definitely want to go to that.
That's
though.
awesome. Would
Yeah.
you say it's in New Jersey?
It's in
though?
Freehold. Yeah,
Freehold.
Freehold, New Jersey.
Freehold.
That's on a Wednesday.
that's
The 27th,
of maybe it's next month then.
July 27th. June.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're in June.
We're in June, buddy.
Did you say July?
Yeah,
27th?
you know what? I probably rushed that a little too far.
That's a Friday night.
Yeah.
Wait, July 27th is a Friday, so July 27th.
July 27th.
All right.
Yeah, I'm putting my
You're
dates
gonna
out
plug
way in
it
advance.
Every week we're gonna plug that until we
Yeah,
go.
that's a ways away, but
Okay, cool.
people throw it in your calendars if you want to go. I'll
Yeah, if
go.
anybody
I'll
wants
check
to go
it
to
out.
Freehold.
Me and Taylor are gonna be there with him.
What time is it?
Probably 8 o'clock. I don't know.
All right, I might need to take a day off from work, make a day out of it.
Cool.
Let's go. It'll be right in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, it might be interesting.
Outdoors,
The hotel,
shorts,
it's called the
tank tops.
American Hotel. It's like a New Orleans style hotel. I've never done a benefit before, so it could be. We'll see what happens.
They got any big names, or it is all like underground?
Yeah, they have
comedy?
this one guy named Brendan Ryan. I hear he's pretty good.
Oh, bravo, Brendan.
Bravo.
Oh, bravo, Brendan.
Yeah,
I know
I don't
him.
know. I don't know who else.
And also, you have something coming up on Friday, July 6th,
Yeah.
don't you? Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay, I'll be at Comics at Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. I think that's where it is.
Well, Mohegan Sun is Mohegan Sun. If somebody looks up Mohegan Sun,
it's in Mohegan
you'll find
Sun.
it. Yeah, look up Mohegan Sun. It's with it. How much are the tickets for that?
I think $35, and I'm gonna be. That's the first round of the last comic standing.
What time does that start on that Friday, July 6th?
I think I go on at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock at night?
10 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. That's a nice Friday time to drive over there.
Yeah. They have there's like a bunch of comics in it, so they.
Is there a panel or does the audience?
I'm not
vote?
really sure. I
right.
haven't.
I wanna go and support. I wanna get over
It's my
there.
first time doing this, so I will find out. And yeah, there's like a bunch of different round one. So this is just my section with like I think 8 comics. So I have to get past round one, and we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I'm probably not strong enough to win, just because I don't have that much time.
Don't matter,
But
just be
you
positive.
could win a bunch of money. You can win some spot. Plus, it's a good. Oh, and I also got on the Long Island Laugh Off at Governor's.
Nice. See, there you go, man.
A lot of
What
good
is that
comedy
all
stuff
about?
coming up. That's another comedy contest.
When is it?
That starts next month. I haven't gotten the dates for that.
Oh, so that's going to be July also?
Yeah.
So we'll talk
July.
about that in
July
another
for
episode.
big.
Yeah, big July.
Bravo,
we'll talk
B,
about
bravo.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to be going to all these things.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, as many as I can.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Mohegan Sun sounds awesome.
I
We
was
got to
gonna
keep
say-
Chick away from there. We know about Chick.
Yeah, man.
Gambling.
I don't
To be
know.
honest with you, I want to go to that. Not for that. I want to go see you.
All right.
Watch the show, man. I'll be with you guys. You guys got me.
If I was going to put a bet on something, it would be that Chick would be like, "Wait, what happened to Chick?" Well, I was planning on going to see B do some comedy, but I was on a hot streak. I couldn't leave the table. Oh yeah, how much money did you win? I'm down $1,000.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So, yeah, something like that might happen. But anyway, that's all fantastic
All right.
shit. I'm looking forward
Sorry
to
for
all
that to run a little extra.
No, that's great.
Oh, man. Hey, we got to plug you every episode.
All right, that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
www.adultbabyshow.com. You could go check us out there. Follow us on Instagram. Please like and share and comment. It really helps the channel grow. Tell some friends about us if you like the show and you enjoy
Please
it.
tell
That
your
really help
friends.
us out too.
Yeah, well, keep supporting us, guys. We
I had a good time with you
appreciate
guys
all.
today.
Yeah, we
Yes,
had a very
we
good
do.
day.
Today was fun.
A very, 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 very good day.
We love all our listeners. Keep doing it.
All
Support
right.
us.
That's it. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.